My father was born and raised in Haiti. His life was filled with so many troubles as he grew up. Whether it was getting up early in the morning, having to walk 3 miles to school, or as a young man having to challenge an oppressive government. My father faced so many troubles in his life. But one of the greatest things of all was that he gave up everything he had to better the life of my brother, my mother, and I. See, my father moved to America so that we didn't have to face those same hardships that he felt. See, my father knew that Jesus had a plan for his life, and for him to be able to move forward, he would have to remain unconquered by the world and conquered by Jesus. Yeah. The Merriam-Webster dictionary defines unconquered as not being overcome, defeated, subjected to any force that comes against you. Paul writes it as this when he's speaking to the people of Corinth in 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 7 through 11. But we have this treasure in jars of clay to show that the all-suppressing power is from God and not from us. Yeah. We are hard-pressed on every side, but we are not crushed. Perplexed, but not in despair. Persecuted, but not abandoned. Struck down, but not destroyed. We are always carrying around in our body the death of Jesus, so that the life of Jesus may also be revealed in our body. For we who are alive are always being given over to death for Jesus' sake, so that his life may be revealed in our mortal body. See, 2 Corinthians is the second time Paul goes to the people of Corinth, telling them that your ways are wicked, that you're trapped in sin, and the life that you're living is only leading you to hell. But see, Paul does something that this generation is so timid to do. He introduces the people of Corinth to Jesus. He tells them, once you give your life over to the Savior, it won't be easy. In the verse, he says, perplexed but not in despair. You will be persecuted, but you will not be abandoned. You will be struck down, but you will not be destroyed. Amen. Come on. See, Paul introduces this concept to the people of Corinth that is lacking in the world today. That there will be hardships. That there will be pain. There will be suffering. And it will all remain unless you are unconquered by the world and conquered by Jesus. He later writes in 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 10, this is why, for Christ's sake, I delight in the weakness. I delight in the insults. I delight in hardships and persecution and in difficulties. For I am weak, then I am strong. Yeah. Come on. See, in our walk with Christ, Paul tells us that we will be persecuted. That there will be temptation. There will be suffering. But how long that lasts is determined by what you are conquered by. If you are conquered by the world, if you're conquered by the same hate, the same sin, the same suffering, then you will remain weak. But if you are conquered by the Son of a living God, if you are conquered by his holy word, his compassion, and his mercy, then we will become strong. See, just as my earthly father gave up everything he had in Haiti to better the life of 3 people, I know of a father that gave up his only son to better the life of millions of people. Of a father that said, I want to save a generation at this time. I want to save a generation that will come after them and the generation that will still come. See, sometimes we may find ourselves in situations in our lowest moments that have us keep running back to sin. It has us running back to the same lust, the same pornography, the same drugs that we were trapped in before. The same hate, the same sin. But see, that's where Jesus comes in. And he says, stop running towards the things that are holding you down and start running towards me who will lift you up. See, it's time for this generation to realize that the constant sin that we're living in will only remain unless we are unconquered by the weight of the world and conquered by the living Savior. Unless we are unconquered by the things that have held us captive and conquered by a God who set us free. Thank you.